So what is ABSD and how does it affect you? Today I'm going to share with you exactly what it means and how it's going to affect your financial planning when purchasing your private residential property. So stay tuned. ABSD. Before I dive deeper into ABSD, you need to know one important component during the purchase of a property in Singapore, which is called the buyer's stamp duty, or in short, the BSD. So how do we determine the BSD or buyer's stamp duty? Basically, it depends on the value of your property. So for example, if your property is $1 million or less, you pay approximately 3%. But if your property is above $1 million, then you'll be liable for a 4% buyer's stamp duty. So if you're not sure how to calculate this amount or you need a more exact figure, do speak to your real estate realtor or estate agent, and I'm sure he'll be able to help you out. So now, for ABSD, what does it really stand for? It stands for Additional Buyer's Stamp Duty. So on top of your buyer's stamp duty, you need to pay an additional buyer's stamp duty. So how do we determine this value? So three key things that we need to take note of. Number one, it depends on the residency status. So whether are you a Singaporean citizen, are you a foreigner, or are you a permanent resident? Alright. Number two, it depends on the number of properties you currently own, and that will determine your ABSD liability. Number three, that will be whether are you an individual or an entity like a company, and that also determines your ABSD liability. So if you need more information on this, you can refer to the infographic which I've attached here or into the link below. It's from ERA. It's just a description of what amount you'll be liable for depending on the three criteria that I've mentioned before. And so why ABSD is required? In my opinion, ABSD is in place because the government wants to keep speculative purchases in check, so that it will want to prevent any bubble from forming or prevent people from coming in just to buy properties and inflating the market and possibly making it grow out of hand. That's why I find that ABSD is the measure that will keep things in check. So let's try out an example or two to determine what is your ABSD liability. If you are a Singaporean and this is your first property purchase that you're going to go for, you do not have to pay ABSD, but you will still be liable for buyer's stamp duty or BSD. So let's say you are a Singaporean and you do have a current property that you own now and you want to purchase your second property, ABSD applies in this case. So ABSD amount will be 12% for a Singaporean if you're buying it as your second property purchase. So if you need to know more about foreigners or other criteria there, again, refer to the description, or you can look at this table that I'm going to film right now or attach right now, and you can see, for example, what categories you will fall into and what ABSD liability that you have to take note of. So again, if unsure, do look for your preferred real estate agent. I'm sure he or she will be able to help you out to determine what is your ABSD liability. So I hope this helps to kickstart things off for you, and do remember, financial planning is of utmost importance when purchasing your residential property. So see ya!